we can simulate what it is like to be in a spacecraft. So the isolation, the confinement, the controlled environment. The research investigations are aimed at answering some of the questions that we need to answer before we send people on those extremely long duration missions, such as to an asteroid or to Mars. It's probably about the size of, I'll say maybe a one-bedroom apartment that's not terribly luxurious. But on the other hand, it emulates what you might see in a spacecraft. A lot of the things that you have on the first floor are things like workstations. Some of the computer and some of the simulation devices are on the first floor. We have a lot of capabilities for performing different kinds of experiments. The second floor, it's kind of like your living room. There's a table that the crew members can sit at and eat their meals. All of our food right now is coming from the Johnson Space Center Food Lab, which means it's the same food that goes to the International Space Station. There's also a capability for them to play videos or to watch movies. We have a couple of exercise devices, a bicycle in particular, and then we also have some free weights. We find that a lot of our crew members will also do some calisthenics, some stretching, maybe some yoga. So there's a tiny little place for them to be able to do that. The final level, if you will, is really not a full story. It's really the sleep quarters. It's bigger than a pup tent. Each crew member has his or her own sleep quarters. It's actually very cozy, very comfortable. The hygiene module has a flushing toilet. We have a stand-up shower with hot and cold running water, and we also have a sink with hot and cold running water. The final element of the module is a very small module that is an airlock. And we do isolate or subdivide the crew such that 2 crew members will go into the airlock, and that is where they'll do their virtual reality EVAs from.
I'm excited for the challenge. I love a good challenge. I'm a professor at Grand Valley State University. I teach biology. I feel like I'm actually playing, it's a small role, but it's a real, tangible, important role in getting people to Mars. The first thing I saw about this was on a Facebook posting, and a couple of former Hera crew people had posted that they had just come out. I didn't think I would be selected, and I just kind of did it on a lark, and it worked out awesome. They are measuring us in more ways than I could have imagined. We've given a lot of biological samples of various types. They're measuring our heart rate, our brain waves. They're doing a tremendously large number of psychological tests on us.
This mission, the crew members are going to an asteroid. So while they are on their way to the asteroid, they are going to practice their flying skills. Once they get to the destination, they're also going to be conducting some virtual reality EVAs. So on the way there, they're also practicing those skills. We have the housekeeping tasks for them. We have maintenance types of tasks. A primary purpose for the mission controllers is really to ensure the safety and well-being of the crew members who are inside the Hera, to make sure that everything is going well. But it's really also to, as much as possible, to keep all of the scientific investigations happening as they're scheduled on time, to answer any kind of questions. We provide some input, a newspaper, if you will, electronically to the crew members in their, I'll call it their morning mail. Not allowing the internet access really does allow us to keep the crew members really engaged in the mission and not to be, concerned about things that are going on in the outside world. The one little luxury, if you will, that they have is approximately once a week, we schedule them for a private family conference. So a telephone call that is patched in on a private phone line. We do plan to keep the Hera operating for at least another 4 or 5 years. The 45-day missions, we're always going to be looking for qualified crew members to be able to come and join us and participate in the research studies.
Subscribe for more space.